Look at it, the table's wet. My hand is sweating. I need to question about ketchup. Sabrina warned me about this interview. Here I go. Oh.
Yeah, lift your hands up, please. Just.
My heart's beating fast. Is it gonna read that and think I'm lying?
No, I used to be the polygraph examiner for the Queen's DA's office. I was a detective, so.
Is your full name Joey Lynn King?
Yes.
Are you 22 years old?
Yes.
Are you nervous?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Judd, are we ready?
Good to go.
We're going to start with the first category, your career. Your professional acting career started at the age of 4.
Yes.
Was it your decision to start acting?
Yes.
Is it true that child actors don't spend much time in school?
Yes, actually. I spent actually a decent amount of time in school, but then I did most of my schoolwork when I was on set.
What level of education would you say you have?
10th grade. It's fine. Like, I think I'm a smart person, but like every now and then when I'm like struggling to do something, I'm like, sorry guys, I just have a 10th grade education.
So if I asked you to do long division, you'd be able to do it on the spot?
No, not anymore anyway. Why the heck would I be doing long division? Like, why would I need that in life right now? I mean, not stay in school, but I'm just saying, like, I don't use that every day. I don't think I could do it, no.
So you don't know what 20 divided by 5 is?
I know that it's 4.
How about 1,040 divided by 20?
No. Like, I know it's probably pretty easy because it's even numbers, but I'm not even gonna try.
It's 52.
Would have never guessed that.
You are 22 and have over 70 acting credits.
Do I? Okay. That's great. Yes. Do I?
That's inconclusive.
Okay, yes.
Do you remember all the roles you've played?
I would say no.
Are there any you wish you could forget?
Yes.
Which one?
No.
What do you remember about this role?
Oh, yes. I love this role. I played a girl named Brianna, I think, on New Girl. And look at that haircut. What a little mushroom head. That was a wig, by the way. That was a wig, because I had shaved my head for the movie I did called Wish I Was Here, and it was still growing out, but they needed me to like have hair for this role, so I got this cute little bob situation going. I actually still have it. It's like in my closet on a wig head, and it's been there for like 10 years.
You've worked on multiple projects every single year since you started acting.
Yes.
Is it because you're paranoid about appearing lazy?
That's a good question. I think I used to be paranoid of feeling lazy. Now I don't feel that way anymore. Now I'm like, I really appreciate the breaks when I have them. But before, yes, I think it was because of that.
When actors take multiple years off between projects, do you consider them lazy?
No, that's a really like lovely decision. Spend time with your family, your loved ones. I love that.
Why don't you do it then?
I do. This is well, last year was pretty nuts, but this is my first time kind of like after I finished my last project in December and I said I wasn't going to work till April again.
Do you consider yourself a workaholic?
No.
Have you ever used the term girl boss to describe yourself?
No, I have not.
Judd?
Yes, she's telling the truth.
You played Elle in The Kissing Booth.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that makes you an expert on kissing?
For sure.
Judd?
She's lying.
Oh shit! I actually like it was a kind of a joke, but I was like, I wonder if it's gonna register as a truth.
Would your boyfriend say you're an expert?
I would hope so.
You're being truthful.
Yeah, I mean that'd be weird if I like didn't hope so.
How do you feel rewatching yourself kissing people on screen?
Yeah, I don't love watching myself kiss on screen. It's weird. I'm like, what are you doing with your face?
Have you ever watched YouTube clips of yourself kissing co-stars?
kissing co-stars, no, but I have watched YouTube clips of myself before, just to like make sure I don't sound like an idiot and stuff.
You've appeared on a lot of red carpets during your career. Did you always like getting your photo taken?
Yeah, I don't, no, no, that's not true. I used to like it a lot more than I do now.
What changed?
It's like self-criticism and criticism from the internet.
Have you ever practiced posing before you went to an event?
100%. Everyone, actually. Making sure I get all my angles for that outfit.
Do you have a go-to red carpet pose?
Depends on the outfit. Usually a short dress, I'll cross the legs, makes them look a little longer. And then I don't do hand on hip. I don't like that. I'm like, ew, who is she?
Was it more fun attending red carpet events as a kid or today?
I'd say today, because I can have a glass of wine afterwards.
Was it fun going through puberty in the public eye?
I mean, I didn't really think I was going through too bad of an awkward stage at the time. I was like a pretty confident, like 12 to like 15-year-old girl. It's like now that I'm like looking back at like some of the haircuts I've had and what I thought was fashionable, like I'm like, you know, good for you that you just thought it was great and you were doing good, but I feel it more now than I did then. But I was like really just like, yeah, I'm the coolest when I was like 12. I just thought I was the tits.
You shaved your head 3 times throughout your career.
Correct.
What do you think it is about your hair that makes people want to shave it off all the time?
Right? I like don't know. Is it I don't know. People love to separate me from my hair. Maybe it's my cheeks. I feel like I don't know if they're like look round right now, but I always had like pretty round face, and I think that like when you're a kid that makes you like really cute, and so people are like, shave it off, let's see those cheeks. But yeah, I don't know.
What's harder, growing bangs or a full head of hair?
A full head of hair. That's really tough. It's really cute for a while, pixie cut and all that stuff, and then when it gets like a little bit past that, it's just so hard to make it look good.
Moving on to the next category, relationships.
I like feel like I like look like unsettled, like I'm like had a bunch of coffee, like I'm jerking around because I'm like have like these little like tremors of nerves.
Billie Eilish once said she wanted to be you when she was younger.
Yeah.
Do you want to be her today?
No, but I absolutely love her.
Why not?
I don't want to be a musician. It seems like a really like fulfilling but also like a tough job, really tough job.
Would you sing with her on stage if she asked you to?
Yes. If Billie Eilish asked me to do pretty much anything, I'd say yes.
Did you like her latest album?
Happier Than Ever. Yeah, I love it.
What's your favorite song from it?
Happier Than Ever.
That's convenient.
I know every word to that song.
Jed?
She's telling the truth.
In her lie detector, this person had said she watched all of your movies, which you then said was a lie on Instagram.
I know she's lying.
How do you know?
Because she has not seen like the Hallmark movie I did when I was like 7. Of course not. She's a liar.
Does she lie to you often?
Probably.
Have you listened to all of her songs?
No. I don't even know who that is. Those words don't even compute in my brain.
Jed?
Yep, that's a lie.
What about her ex-boyfriends? Have you liked all of them?
Oh, no.
Has she liked all of your boyfriends?
No.
Wow, honest friendship.
Yeah, we love each other.
You mentioned your ideal date would always involve food.
Yes.
Do you ever get hangry?
Actually, no. And this is interesting because I have 23andMe, and it says in my chart that I share more Neanderthal DNA than 70% of other 23andMe users. And one of my variant traits of being a inherent Neanderthal is that I don't get hangry when I'm hungry. That was like a literal thing they told me.
Wow.
So, yeah, I don't get hangry. So I'm a Neanderthal.
Do you feel there's ever an inappropriate time to have a snack?
When you're on set and they're rolling and you're like not in the scene and you're like crunching on a carrot, that's probably a bad time for a snack.
What about in this situation?
I thought that was a genius move to bring my favorite candy to keep me nourished at an award show. Award shows are tiring. A sugar high is perfect for that situation.
Are you allowed to bring food to a red carpet, or did you sneak these in?
I've never been told not to. I don't think it's smiled upon, but it wasn't like I had a hot dog in my hand. It was in a box, so I thought no one would really have a problem with it.
Jed?
She's telling the truth.
You're the youngest of 3 sisters.
Correct.
Is it true that the youngest always needs the most attention?
No. I think that's not true.
You're telling the truth.
Yeah. I could sit when I was a kid with Barbies and entertain myself with just no one else for hours.
Do you think being an actor means you always need to be the center of attention?
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
Do you know who your parents' favorite child is?
Yes.
Is it you?
No, it's Hunter. I mean, she's the best. She's if I was her mother, I'd be like, oh, of course.
You're currently dating this man.
Yes, I am.
So be honest.
Oh, God.
How's it going?
Wonderful.
As a Gen Zer...
Am I?
Yes, you are a Gen Zer.
Okay.
Is it hard dating a millennial?
No. It's great.
Yes, she's telling the truth.
What's the most millennial thing he does that you would never do?
Sometimes he'll quote movies that I hadn't seen because they were more his favorite when he was a teenager, and I'll be like, what? And he'll be like, oh yeah. That's probably about it.
So which is the better generation, Z or millennials?
Millennial.
Why?
I feel like we have too much internet now.
Moving on to the final category, your life. Would you consider yourself funny?
Yeah.
She's being truthful.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, at times, I feel like there's a time and a place, and sometimes I can deliver some good one-liners.
Do you think you're the funniest person to appear on The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody?
Definitely not.
Who is funnier, Dylan or Cole?
Well, on the show as a kid, I thought Dylan was funnier.
Could you tell them apart?
Yes, absolutely. I was in love with them when I was a kid. Oh my God.
Did you have a crush on either of them?
Fat crush, but on both. My mom used to joke that she could see little heart bubbles popping off the top of my head when I worked with them. I was 7. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in love.
You've mentioned you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because you grew up in LA?
No, I think it's because well, maybe it's not. I don't know. I was going to say because I'm Jewish. But I actually grew up drinking milk and eating cheese and cream cheese and all that stuff, and I was fine. I don't know when the flip switched, but when it did, it flipped hard.
Did you ever fire an assistant for giving you something with dairy?
No, never. I've also only ever had two assistants on 2 different projects. I don't have a baseline assistant.
Have you ever fired an assistant?
Yeah, but never did it personally.
Have you ever been fired yourself?
Yes. I was asked to be on a show by a friend of mine who was a showrunner, and then I read the script, and I was 18 at the time, and it was for a 26-year-old who had a very job that was not believable for me. It was a cop, and at 18, I already looked so young. My first line in the show is, "Freeze, put your hands in the air." I did the table read for the network, and the network fired me because I was too young. And honestly, I wasn't even sad. I was like, listen, was I right or was I right? Because I said to the showrunner, I was like, I'd love to do the show for you. I just think I'm too young. He was like, no, you're perfect. And I got fired. And I was like, ha, I was too young.
You post a lot of candid things on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Did you ever delete a post?
Yes, I deleted a couple.
Was it because it didn't get enough likes?
I actually think that's a reason that I have deleted posts before, but I'm not proud of that, obviously. I'm just being honest because Judd over there will out me.
Off the top of your head, do you know how many Instagram followers you have?
Yes. doing it. 18.8 million.
Do you ever notice if you lose followers?
Oh yeah. Not like, you know, the number's small, but like, I'm not gonna lie, it was at 19, and I think I was a little inactive, and people got a little tired of me.
Final question.
Oh.
Did you lie at any point during this lie detector test and we didn't catch you?
I think so.